Genre: horror, emotional, mystery. Setting: winter 1897, the Royal Palace, United Kingdom. They called her Queen Alicia the Gentle, a monarch unlike any before her kind, soft-spoken, a protector of the poor, and a woman of deep sorrow. She ruled with grace, but her eyes always held the weight of something unsaid, as if she was haunted by her own crown. But on a freezing December night in 1897, everything changed. The night of darkness. That night, the palace had its first electrical system installed. The halls buzzed with a strange energy. Workers and servants moved quickly, and Queen Alicia, as usual, retreated to her old chamber, the one she never allowed anyone to enter. It was called the Ruby Room, named after its blood-red drapes and ancient ruby chandelier. Rumor had it the room once belonged to her husband, King Harold, who mysteriously died in that same chamber years ago. No one was allowed in, ever. At midnight, the entire palace plunged into darkness. The electricity failed, the temperature dropped, and the guard stationed near the Queen's chambers heard something chilling: a child laughing, a child who did not exist. They rushed to the Ruby Room. The door creaked open on its own. What they saw inside has never been forgotten. The Queen's body, Queen Alicia, was lying on the floor, eyes wide open in terror, her fingers clenched around a broken piece of mirror. Her mouth was open, as if she had tried to scream, but never could. Above her, on the wall, scrawled in thick, dripping blood, were the words, "He has returned." But here's the most terrifying part. There were no wounds, no blood on her body, and no one else in the room. The haunting begins. Doctors labeled it a heart attack. The press called it a royal tragedy. But the palace servants whispered the truth. She saw something from the other side. From that night on, every year on Queen Alicia's death anniversary, the Ruby Room doors would open on their own. The lights across the palace would flicker. The scent of roses, her favorite flower, would flood the halls. And sometimes, a child's voice would echo through the silence. "Now, she belongs to me." The theory: they hid it. It is said that Queen Alicia had once made a pact. When her beloved King Harold died, she couldn't bear the grief. She turned to forbidden spiritual rituals, trying to contact him, bring him back. But something else answered her call. Something ancient, something jealous, something that demanded her soul, in exchange for a voice that sounded like her husband. And when the day came, it took her. Not gently, not peacefully, but in terror. Her spirit